Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Tashwita Gupta, your ACCA mentor. So this video is going to be very important because we are going to just not discuss how you're going to pass financial reporting in the coming days. Like I'm not just going to give you a plan, but I am going to call someone who has scored 94, phenomenal score in his September attempt for financial reporting. And yes, he was one of my students in the paid Wi-Fi group where he was taking classes as a regular batch, not reset batch or crash batch, but the regular course. So I'm super proud as of now, and I myself want to discuss what all strategies he adopted to pass his paper. So we will talk to him, and then later on, I'm going to give you a proper plan for the upcoming weeks and how you can aim to pass FR even if you start studying today. So stay tuned and watch this video till the end. So now we have with us Rohit, the high achiever at Wi-Fi for FR, like 94. Huge congratulations to you, Rohit, first of all. And can you just introduce yourself, where you are, you're working or not? So what was your study schedule, everything?
Yeah, so first of all, congratulations to you too, Tashwita. So this signifies how good a teacher you are. So many congratulations to you too. And yeah, I thought I went lucky with the result. So thanks to everybody. So thanks to you for your guidance. So yeah, you've been very helpful. So other than that, like my name is Rohit Jain, and I actually live in Bangkok, working at myself better chances. I've been trying for ACCA. So
That's
currently at skill level, 8 exams done. Preparing for audit and assurance right now for December attempt. So yeah, that's a bit about myself.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's really huge. You're working and then getting this score professionally, just, topping
Yeah,
everywhere.
just went lucky. That's all.
Too. So, I would like to ask you a few questions because there are some students who either failed their paper in September and rather they are looking for guidance, not just from tutors, but also the people who've passed. And since you've not just passed, you have got 94 score. I am really expecting a global position for you. But I want to know your strategy. Like, what all, first, I'll go one by one. First question being, what all resources did you use while preparing for FR?
So the resources I did not use a vast array of resources. The basically all the Wi-Fi recordings, all the Wi-Fi lectures, so live lectures, webinars, YouTube videos from Wi-Fi itself. Then the regarding the study material, I used only the PPP kit and the Kaplan kit, and I did not actually use much of the study text, but more focus was on the kit side and the recordings basically. So that's about it
So
as far
basically,
as the material is
prepared
concerned.
from the lectures and then you went on to the kit directly. Not the.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's great. That's great. So did you prepare some notes of yours, or was it that you used to watch the lecture and everything went into the head directly?
Not at all. It's not like that. So, okay. So, regarding my strategy, I'll just say nothing like a strategy, just an experience. So, I understand that the ACCA preparation for any of the, at least at the skill level, the preparation is around 50 days job. So, I break it into two parts, 20 days and 30 days. 20 days for the concept and notes preparation, and then 30 days for the kit and practice.
That's
So in the first 20 days, so I took up all your lectures from Bifi and made the notes correspondingly, and just listening to you and just writing it down, listening to you, writing it down, listening to you, writing it down. That's all. So but it took me around 15 to 18 days to complete all the lectures. I actually did not touch the kit during those 15-20 days initially. So first prepared all the notes, gone through with your lectures, which were very comprehensive, and I think it touched base upon each and every topic which should have been done. So yeah, I did not feel that any topic has been left behind. So it is pretty comprehensive. So kudos to you. So and after preparing the notes, so I went directly to kit. For section A, I'll what I do is that for section A, I do the all the questions from Kaplan kit and all the questions from BPP kit twice. Okay, for section A and to section B. Okay, so but I think more important than the questions is the answers given at the back, because options are pretty, messy. A or B, C or D, A or D, whatever. So the answers at the back help you a lot to understand. And I found that the BPP language is a bit, hard to understand.
Yeah.
They write too professional English. So Kaplan in that manner is a bit user friendly.
True.
So and regarding the section C, I used only the Kaplan kit, and all the questions I did twice.
Wow. So you
So
just
this took around 20-25 days. Last 5 days, you do the mocks. 3 mocks you have on your ACC website. Then you have 2-3 mocks at BPP kit also. So then the practice platform, the blank workspace. So whatever you can do in the last days. So that's about it.
So you immensely focused on practice, like you followed that mantra that covered the syllabus ASAP and just focus on practice.
Absolutely, I did that itself.
And
So I think practice is the motive, because your lectures help us to understand the concept. Okay, once the concept is there, then the practice allows you to hone that concept, how to apply it, what is the application, what the examiner wants, how it is to be applied in different scenarios. So the first round, when you practice it, you are just looking into it and practicing it. There will be mistakes. You'll need to look at concepts again. You'll need to look at the lectures again. You'll need to look at the answers. The second time when you do, I think you should be able to do it on your own, without much help from back answers or the lectures.
yeah, so I just want to ask one thing here. That as you said, there are mistakes. When people start with the kit, they say, "Ma'am, we are not able to solve the question, or we are feeling like we're not good for this subject, not prepared." Feels like we did one standard and then we are forgetting it. When we do the question, we're totally blank. So this
Right.
happens just the first time. So that means you did Kaplan kit and BPP kit both twice,
Yeah, actually, for section A and B only, not for section C. Section A and B only. So
right?
what I do is that first I take up Kaplan kit. I did section A questions. If there are 200 questions, I'll try around 50-70 on the first day. All right, go through with their answers. Then I think I'll leave 2 days. Then I'll take up BPP section A. Okay, then I'll take 50-70 questions. Then look at the answers. Right. So this process will go on around for 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. So
Hmm.
then I'll take up section C. So entirely section C has your around, I think around 60 questions in Kaplan kit, right? So out of 60, I think in the first time I did 40-45 questions.
Right.
So yeah, 4 questions a day, five, because you come at home from work at 5, 6, then you start studying at 7 or 8. How much time you can invest? So
Exactly.
yeah,
I'm
so
amazed to see you've done both the kits that to twice, like four
yeah,
times.
only for section A and B, not for
Yeah,
section
but
C.
then managing section C too, you used to do written like typing or
Yeah,
just putting the
absolutely,
answer.
absolutely. In my Excel, because unless and until you do it by your own hand, I don't think that at least section C is of much use.
True.
But just by reading it, you cannot apply it in the exam. I think that's my personal opinion. Everybody has their own
Very
skill
true.
set.
I do agree. You can do this reading approach still in professional level because it's words. But in FR, it's all numerical, so you can't read numericals, right? You have to.
Absolutely. The reading approach can somehow work for section A, but I don't think for section B and C.
True.
Yeah.
So, what did you like? You said you did section A and B also after the syllabus completion. So you were not doing any questions simultaneously.
No, I think I would not suggest anybody else to do this, but I think you should do the question simultaneously. But
Right.
I
Your
don't do that.
strategy also worked. So that is also
Yeah,
something people can try.
yeah, absolutely. But I think people should definitely try simultaneously, because it will help you to connect with the recordings and connect with the concept much better.
Hmm. So did you focus on assignments or anything like that, or just directly mocks?
Assignments on the Wi-Fi website.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I understood is that the assignments given over there are either the TYUs or the Kaplan questions,
Yes.
right? At least for section C. So assignments side by side, whenever you are going through the recordings, I think at that time assignments should be done. But later on, once I completed all the recordings, I did not go through with the assignments.
True.
So I
Because you
I, I did
totally covered
assignments.
it in the kit.
Yes, yes. So that's why.
So, what about like your time that you used to allocate every day? How many hours a day?
I think during work days, Monday to Friday, around 4.5 hours. I think four should be an average. And at weekends, I think it was maybe six. I think,
Wow.
yeah,
So
six,
you were
seven.
just preparing FR, right? No other subjects to
Yes,
prepare.
one exam at a time. So because I always, try that at least you give one, but you pass one, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to, do that कि दो में पैर डाल दिया अभी देखते हैं क्या होगा. So yeah.
Okay, a very big question because I always get this thing from working professionals that, ma'am, we don't have enough time, we don't have luxury of time. Other full-time
Correct.
students are doing everything so fluently. But you are saying 4 hours a day. That is huge. I mean, a full-time student would even procrastinate and not give 4 hours a day. But you've been
Right.
doing it with work.
Right.
So, what was your timetable, if you don't mind sharing?
No, no, I absolutely don't mind. I'll be happy to share. But see, the thing with my job is that being in Bangkok, one thing is that the day starts early, right? The offices start at 8 in the morning, right? So in India, the offices start at 10:30 normally, right? So when the office starts at 8, you are home by 5. Okay, then you can give a couple of hours to yourself. You can rest a bit, right? Then I used to start at around 7:30 normally. So then from 7:30 till whatever time you can study, till whatever time your body allows, right? And uh, around sleeping around, I don't know, around 6.5 hours. I think that's okay. So yeah,
That's
that's
great.
about it.
Great. So you've managed everything, like going to office,
Yeah,
being out of
just
country. That's
just
also a
trying to
struggle.
do that. Just trying to do that. I don't know how successful I've been, but just trying to do that. Just trying
Very
to
good.
manage things
I'm
here
very,
and there.
very proud of you, Rohit, over here. Like, I don't know
No, no,
how
I've just been
troubling
lucky.
it
That's
is
all.
to be in other city, but you are in other country. So I'm sure you're managing your house and everything yourself. And
Yeah,
then you're managing office and then you're studying too, and that too with great strategy.
yeah,
So
yeah.
salute.
No, I think the plus point I have over here is that I get home by 5, whatever it may be. Right.
Hmm.
Being in accounts, whenever there is a audit closings, those are the days when you have to stay up late a bit. But other than that, normally I'm home by 5, which I think seldom happens in India with people, right?
Yeah.
So my counterparts in India who are working, I don't think they'll be able to, especially in accounts. I don't think they'll be able to, reach home by 5. Being in Delhi, Mumbai, I was in Mumbai for 4 years, 5 years, so I never reached home by 5, never before 8. You travel for 2 hours aside.
It's like more like a government job we have in India, 9 to 5.
Yeah, I was actually New India Assurance is a government company.
Oh,
So being in a government company as well, I never reached home before 7:38. Yeah,
that's
because there's huge travel time there. So
right. So one more question from you, like, how did you used to keep yourself motivated? Like, sometimes we do procrastinate. I'll not study today, I'll study
see,
tomorrow.
this will vary from person to person, but in my case, it's just the need to give myself more chances in the long term career, because it's such a dynamic environment outside. So things are changing, repetitively changing, right? So nothing is stable. There are so many layoffs happening. I'm in a government sector. I have a pretty secure job, touch wood. But even then, I believe privatizations are happening, right? So it's a pretty dynamic economic environment, especially in India, with all the policy changes happening at the government side. Everything is going upside down. So just to give myself more chances in the long run, I thought a professional qualification is very important. And I've been in accounts for 6 to 7 years, accounts and investments. So I thought, why not accounts only? So that's about it.
Right. So you're motivated with your objective that I need to.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Because I believe ACCA has a lot of demand or openings, you can call it. You can tell us better, because you might have more exposure in this area. ACCA has a lot of openings in Middle East, what I
Yeah.
believe, and in Australia, what I believe, what I understand from my knowns, and I issue.
So that's great insight. And last question from my side. Any advice you want to give to students who are appearing or who have failed in September and now are preparing for FR again in December?
Yeah, so no advice from my side. Just a small experience sharing that consistency is the key, right? Don't think like I've studied for 5 days and I'll take a break for a couple of days. I'll break it for one day. I think consistency is the key, right? Out of 50 days, what I understand is that around 45 days you have to sit on the table. Okay, unless and until the situation demands that you cannot be there with your books today. I think till then you should always strive that consistency is maintained. That is
Consistent.
what I understand.
Because we usually think 5 days we've studied, we'll take a break, and that break
Yeah,
comes out
that is what happens with me.
weeks.
That's what
Then you
happens with
end
me.
up
But
in guilt. Then since
yeah.
you're in guilt, then you take another week's break.
Yes, so that should not happen. I think consistency is the key. That has what helped me actually. So yeah, and
Being contented with your score, with your classes, and everything, right?
yeah,
I mean, there's
absolutely.
nothing better you could have scored. I shared your results on my social media, and the students were
Oh,
asking, "Where
great.
are 6 marks?" I was like, I need to ask him, where did the 6 marks go?
No, I actually thought section A and B be a bit tricky. Section C, I was pretty confident, but section A and B, I found it to be tricky. But luckily, my balance sheet got matched in the exam in
My
section C. Yeah, so that was it. So after that, I had around 10 minutes. So I went back to my section A. Changed a couple of answers. I don't know what happened with them.
manage your time. One question I left. That
Okay.
which section did you start first?
No, no, I always start from section A. No, no hanky panky over there, straightforward section A, B, C. So what I always try to do is that I should finish section A and B within the first 50 minutes. Okay, so yeah, so one thing I would like to share with all is that for section C, again, you'll be much more experienced in this. So section C, I think the more explanation you'll give in your working notes, the more helpful it is.
True,
आप उसको जितना डिटेल्ड बना सकते हैं, you have to make it the more detailed as possible, right? Whatever time you have, whatever the time allows, make it as detailed as possible. Because what happens is that what I understand is if you are not making it detailed, it gives the examiner to cut more marks,
true,
right? The
true.
more detailed it is, the less marks you'll get deducted for the mistakes.
Yeah, because we have step marking, no, and they don't
Yes,
mark what totals you do in the balance sheet.
yes,
Not
yes,
mark.
yes. So
Everything is for the explanation part.
yeah, so I try to make my section C as explained as possible, as detailed as possible. फालतू फालतू का अगर जरूरत नहीं भी है तो भी वहां पे लाइन लिख देने का, as per IS2 inventory has to be at lower of cost and honor, right?
Okay.
लिख देने का वहां पे.
Plain also, not just writing in terms of like the
Yeah,
numerical.
wherever
Yes,
wherever I could, I used to write all these things to make it as explained as possible, to give them
that's
the,
an
the
add-on.
the least chance to deduct the marks.
True.
So that is why I believe that 2 hours for section C is great. It allows you to make it as detailed as possible.
Very right. Very right.
Yeah.
That's an add-on point, and I would also suggest my students to do it from there on.
Okay.
Focus on working notes.
Yeah.
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 So
It
CBE
would.
didn't trouble you, right? Everything went well with the CBE part.
Yes, touchwood. People say that remote examination sometimes it causes problem, but touchwood it has not happened with me. So yeah, it went well. I think a stable Wi-Fi connection should do it.
True, true. And
Yeah.
good luck on that day. Sometimes
Yeah.
like goes off and etc. And so,
Absolutely. 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 So that happens.
so thank you so much, Rohit, for your insightful words, inspiring story, experience, strategy. I'm sure people are going to love it because they are really keen to know from the students directly, you know. I would
Right.
say I will give them a strategy, but that would be like that top-notch type of thing because I'm not going through that process. I am
Right.
teaching process.
Right.
So
So
what
you are only with Wi-Fi?
yeah, for online.
Okay. Okay. For online. Okay. So you are having your own classes in Chandigarh offline.
No, 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 no. I am just teaching online as of now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. 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 Very
I've
nice.
been
Very
to
nice.
Kochi for my offline classes in the
Okay.
September batch only, in your batch. I took most of your classes, like the live
From
session
Kochi.
of Kochi.
Yeah. The recent orientation batch you were in Kochi. I think I
Yes,
I
yes,
saw
yes,
that video on YouTube. So you told everyone that you are in Kochi. So yeah.
yes, yes. So I was taking the offline batch there. So
Okay. Great.
yeah,
Great for you.
thank
Good for
you
you.
so much. And now I'll
Thank you
just
for having me, Tashvita, and congratulations to you. You've been doing a great job. right? And I hope as many students are able to get help from you. So it will be very, very good for them. So yeah, wishing you all the luck for future endeavors.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks a
so
lot.
much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So I hope, guys, the talk that we had with Rohit was really helpful for all of you. And the thing that he suggested, that you have to divide your time as 30, 20 days. So that was phenomenal. So based on that, I have created a plan for you, which I want you guys to have a look at to pass your FR paper in the remaining days. So it's a 50 days plan. So if you start from tomorrow, that is 19th of October, even if we start on 19th of October, so if you watch this video sometime after 19th of October, you'll have to cover up. So you start on 19th of October with non-current assets and you complete it by 22nd of October. I want all of you to take a pen and a paper and note these dates down. Non-current asset section, guys, it includes all your standards like IS 16, right? That's basically your property, plant, and equipment. There is standards like your IS 36, IS 38, an intangible. Then you have government grants, right? So there are many, many things in one section of non-current asset. IS 20, IS 23. All these standards are really important because they are widely tested in section A, B, and then in section C also, a single entity comes up. So we have to cover it up in any case by 22nd of October without any ifs and buts. So what will be my process? My process will be if I am taking lectures. So guys, if you have failed your paper or if you are starting with your FR today, if you have failed, you need to identify what was the reason of your failure. So if you have identified that my reason of failure, if I failed it at 48, 49, I was between 45 and 50, 45 and 49. So what was the reason? It's basically your practice, your technique. You've not written enough. As you saw, Rohit said that we have to practice things out. We have to type them out. So if you have not done that, obviously you wouldn't have got that good score, right? So 22nd of October, IS 16 and all the other standards within non-current assets. Together with it, my suggestion is that you cover section A and B questions, at least the section A and B questions. If you're covering it via Kaplan kit or BPP kit, in the index, the publishers give you the question ranges topic wise, unit wise. So for non-current assets, they will tell you this is the range of questions to be done. Only the MCQs I want you to do together with the concept. So if you are enrolling for any course, just watch the lectures, just have your notes made. That's what Rohit did and got 94. So while you are, going through a lecture, sometimes we feel like we are Superman. We'll always remember whatever we've heard. But as the time passes by, we forget things. So it's better whenever you're going through a lecture, take notes of it in your own language, in your own handwriting. That really matters because what you write is like always there in your memory. And then you have to cover up the MCQs. Then comes single entity. This single entity section includes your IFRS 9, IFRS 15, IFRS 16, IS 12. So all these standards which will help you in section C, single entity, full-fledged question, that is to be done by 27th of October. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 5 days. Because I know here we have IFRS 9, IS 12, IFRS 15. So all these standards are little lengthy. So take time till 27th of October and just cover it up. Then if you talk about group accounts, that is again very important. And once you're done with single entity, don't try to do long questions. If you're forming a tutor, you might. But if you're doing self-study, please, once you're done with the concept, just go through the MCQs. Long questions, maybe one or two. We'll cover the kit once you're done with the syllabus. Then group accounts by 31st of October, everyone knows what's there in group accounts, the consolidation part. Then all other miscellaneous standards like IS 37, IS 33, IFRS 13, all these standards are to be covered by 3rd of November. And lastly, till 5th, you will cover up interpretation. You'll read the chapter, you'll do one or two questions. So by 5th of November, practically, you are done with your concepts. So we have taken how much time? From 19th till 5th of November, we are done with the concept. So you have to quickly cover the concepts. We have to just get done with the syllabus ASAP. That's what the top scorers are also saying, not just me. I've been saying it so many times that please cover the concepts ASAP so that you can focus on practice. Now that practice, guys, that will start after 5th, whereas there is no limit to practice. I always recommend that whenever you're doing the practice, you have to use the smart way, the honest way. What is the smart and the honest way? Let's discuss that. The honest way is that if I am doing kit questions, I have to make sure wherever I go wrong, I highlight that portion that I went wrong here. So that when I'm revising it in the second quoting, you can prefer for MCQs, BPP, and Kaplan both. But if you just want to go for one kit, so if you don't aim for a 94, maybe you can just go with one kit that would be Kaplan, preferably. So do the Kaplan kit and do it twice. And once you're doing the, the MCQs twice, not the section C, just the MCQs, you have to highlight. If I did an MCQ wrong, why it went wrong? Was there any conceptual issue? Was there any issue with the technique that I was not able to understand? Or was there a silly mistake? So you have to make sure that you're highlighting it so that once you're doing the revision, once you're doing the second quoting, you're able to relate to that mistake again. So you again try to emphasize it to yourself that this is the mistake I did. I need not, right? So as Rohit also said, in the first quoting, there will be mistakes. In the first time, it would feel difficult. But once you revise repeatedly, you do written practice, you will improve with time. So that is something that I wanted to share with you guys. After 5th of November, you will practice. How you will practice, what will be your plan of practice, that will be out here on 5th of November or before, a little before that. So just cover it up by 5th of November. Next plan is coming soon. So I hope this video was helpful for all of you. Do comment down and do congratulate Rohit for his tips and his phenomenal score. So thank you for watching the video till here. If it did help, do share it with the students who are preparing for FR. And I will be guiding you precisely on my upcoming FR batches, that is the recent batch. So you can find the way of contacting me in the description box. So if you want to enroll for FR courses, you can simply WhatsApp me and you will be redirected to my support team. They will add you up in the course. So that's it, guys. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching it till here.